Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be showing you my favorite Kenyan street food, which is Smocha. Smocha is a combination of Smokies and Chapati, hence the name Smocha, and it's very delicious, juicy, and so good. Yes. I'm going to start off by making a few chapatis for presenting my Smochas. So in a jug or in a big cup, you're going to be adding in some warm water. Then next, you're going to add in sugar and salt. This is going to season the chapati. Using a spoon, you're going to stir in the sugar and salt until fully combined. I always love adding in a little bit of sugar to balance out the salt, so the sugar is not optional. Into my mixing bowl, I'm going to be adding in 3 cups of all-purpose flour and add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Go in with my hands and rub in the cooking oil until it's fully combined with the flour. This is how the flour is going to be looking like. Then next, you're going to add in a little bit of water at a time until a dough forms. Rubbing in the cooking oil into the flour is going to make very soft chapatis. So I'm going to knead for around 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to transfer to my countertop and knead. When you notice that your dough is very sticky, you're going to sprinkle in a little bit of flour and knead until the dough is soft. And if the dough is a little bit dry, that is, you have added in a lot of dry ingredients, you're going to add a tablespoon of water at a time and knead until perfection. We are looking for a soft dough, so kneading while stretching on your countertop is going to give you awesome results. After kneading for around 5 minutes, my dough is ready to rest. So I'm going to tuck in the bottom, just like this. Transfer to my bowl. Add in a teaspoon of cooking oil. Make sure the dough is well oiled because you don't want the dough to dry out while resting. Then I'm going to cover and rest for around 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm ready to make my chapatis and the dough is well rested. I'm going to transfer the dough to my countertop. Sprinkle with a little bit of flour so that the dough doesn't stick on my countertop. Then I'm going to be rolling out my dough. When the dough is well rested, it's going to be very easy for you to push the dough. As you can see, I'm not using a lot of effort because the dough is very soft and elastic. Add in 1.5 tablespoons of cooking oil, then using the palm of my hands, I'm going to spread the oil. Pick a knife and cut your dough into strips just like this. Tuck in the bottom and press on top. Spreading cooking oil on your dough is going to make layers on your chapati, so it's time to roll out my dough. So I'm going to place a chapati pan over medium flame as I roll out the 5 pieces of dough. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of all-purpose flour, press down on my dough, and using a rolling pin, I'm going to gently push the dough Gently push the dough as I flip until the dough is rolled out. When the chapati is ready, I'm going to transfer to my hot pan. Pick another piece of dough, sprinkle some all-purpose flour, press with the palm of my hands just like this, and roll out. As you can see, rolling out the dough needs no effort. All you have to do is gently push using a rolling pin and try and make a round shape for your chapati. Cook your chapati for around 30 seconds to 1 minute, and when you notice bubbles just like this, your dough is ready to flip. Cook for another 30 seconds to 1 minute. Push your dough evenly so that you don't have a thin middle and thick edges. Transfer to a kitchen towel where the chapati is going to stay warm while you make the rest. Place my next chapati. When the chapatis are ready, it's time for the next step, which is going to be adding in some lovely golden spots on the chapati. And I'm going to be cooking in batches. So I'm going to pick 2 more, add in some cooking oil to my pan. And this step is very fast because you want your chapati to get the golden spots very quickly and not soak in too much oil. I'm going to use my spatula and flip the top one and add in some more cooking oil. I'm using a kitchen towel to help me spin my chapatis because they're very hot. Once I get very lovely golden spots like this, my chapati is ready. So I'm going to transfer to a plate and cover with a kitchen towel so that the chapati catches steam, or so that the chapati doesn't dry out. Add in some more cooking oil and spin the chapati so that you can get those lovely spots. My chapatis are ready and I've covered with a kitchen towel so that they can catch steam. You don't want your chapatis to dry out because they're going to be breaking like crisps. So I'm going to place the chapatis aside, pick a pot, and the next step is going to be preparing our smokies, which are presented with the chapati. So over here I have 5 smokies which I'm going to be using for this recipe. You can double up or even triple the recipe. Into my pot, I'm going to be adding in 3 cups of water. Cover and let the water come to a boil as I make my kachumbari for my smocha. Over here, I have 2 large tomatoes, an onion, and coriander, which we are going to be using to making our delicious kachumbari. So I'm going to start off with my onion by removing the skin of the onion, which is going to be very easy to remove because the skin is dry. place aside, slice and dice my onion finely. Pick a bowl and transfer my onions. Next, I'm going to be thinly slicing my tomatoes. Check on my water, which has come to a boil, and I'm going to drop in my smokies into the boiling water. Put out the flames, and then I'm going to let the smokies sit in the water for around a minute. So although smokies are usually ready to eat, that is, they are manufactured when you can just take the smokies out of the packet and enjoy. We are going to be blanching for around a minute so that we can cook the smokies. And very quickly, I'm going to be slicing my coriander. Transfer to my bowl. And now it's time to season my kachumbari. So I'm going to be adding in a little bit of salt. Using a spoon, I'm going to mix in the onions, tomatoes, and coriander until fully seasoned. And my kachumbari is looking so gorgeous. So the next step is going to be frying my smokies, which already I've plumped up. So I'm going to transfer to a plate. My chapatis and kachumbari is ready. So all I have to do is fry my smokies for around 30 seconds. We're just adding a little bit of oil for flavor. You can choose to present the smokies just like this, or place in your pan and add in a little bit of flavor. Yes. So I'm going to add in a tablespoon of cooking oil. I'm using the same pan that I used to make my chapati, because why should I use another pan, and there's already a pan here. So you're going to place your chapati on a chopping board or on your working surface. Slice your smoky in half, just like this. Add in kachumbari, that is lots of kachumbari. Add in a sauce of choice. So I'm going to be adding in tomato sauce and ketchup. Then I'm going to fold one side and the other side, just like this. You can choose to wrap up your smocha just like this. You can add as many smokies as you want. Add in your favorite sauces. My smocha is ready and it's looking so good and delicious. I've added in my favorite sauces, which is tomato sauce and ketchup. I absolutely love ketchup because it adds in a very tangy and sweet flavor. And the kachumbari is delicious, well seasoned. The smokies are amazing as the street ones. And the chapati is very soft layered. As you can see, the chapati is breaking apart because it's super soft.